On this episode of the NE Spartan Show, I'm talking to Jen Lee. Jen has recently helped put together the NE OCR FIT Championship. We decipher what that means, what it means for you, what it means for the obstacle course racing training facilities in New England. You should get out and join. It's a lot of fun. Enjoy the show. If this is your first time listening to the show, thanks for checking us out. We record roughly weekly, and you get to listen to myself, Paul Jones, Sandy Ree, and Josh Chase chat about the obstacle course racing scene. We also do interviews with race directors and business owners in the OCR space. I encourage you to go and check out all of our other episodes over on podcast.nespartans.com, and while you're there, subscribe to us. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, anywhere else you're going to find a podcast. You can also find us over on Facebook as the NE Spartan Show, and we really encourage you to leave questions in the comments that we answer every episode. Now let's get on with the show. On this episode of the NE Spartan Show, we're bringing Jen Lee on the show. Jen is a fixture of the OCR scene in New England and has recently been promoting her new training facility championship across a bunch of OCR training gyms. So I thought it was a good idea to get you on the show. And hi, Jen.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem at all. So before we talk about the training facility challenge, or training facility championship, we said before we got on the show that we would stumble over the naming of this, and I've already done it.
Yeah. It's a long mouthful.
That's okay. It's the the training facility championship. It's actually I've actually pulled the website up so I can get it right. The New England OCR FIT Training Facility Championship. Was that right?
Correct.
Perfect. So I wanted to, talk to you about this whole program and what it's going to achieve, or what we want it to achieve, and how people get involved. But I think before we even go into that, let's talk a bit about Jen. Let's talk about you. So first of all, this is the first time we've had you on the show, but you know many people who've been on the show because you're quite heavily involved in the FIT Challenge series with Rob McCoy and those guys, correct?
Right. I volunteer. I help out there all the time. So
I think if you ask Rob, he'd say you're more than just a volunteer who helps out a lot. You're quite integral in the background, kind of like Aaron and Scott. You're one of the team now, I believe.
That's true. I am, yeah.
So how did you get to that place? What's your background for the OCR world? How did you get into OCR?
Well, I got into OCR when I moved back to Massachusetts. I'd been traveling for the last 12 years, and I came back to Massachusetts, and I wanted a new community, and I am a fitness trainer. Mm-hmm. So I was always involved in training people, being outdoors, and I'd never done an obstacle course race.
Yep.
And it was a Spartan Fenway, and I kind of dragged my brother to go with me, and I'd never climbed a rope before, and I'd never jumped over a wall, and I could do those things.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, my training is working. I'd love to do another one, and I just started going, but I was always by myself. I couldn't get people interested in going with me. So I went to an SGX course, and I kind of networked out and met a bunch of people. I joined the New England Spartans group, and that's kind of how I got involved with OCR. It was really simple. I just wanted something different and new to do, and I loved training. So.
And how many years have you been running races now?
Since 2013.
Nice. I think I was at that Fenway too. That was a good Fenway. I haven't been to any of the recent Fenways.
It was my first one, and it was fun. And I kind of got hooked at this thing that you could do it as an individual and work really, really hard and challenge yourself, or you could do it with a team and encourage other people. And then my kids started getting involved, and I saw their confidence skyrocket. So I think OCR is great for that, and that's how I got involved.
So you said you did some traveling before settling in Massachusetts. Did you come back here for family, or just that's where you ended up with work, or was it purely for the weather?
Oh, definitely for the weather, obviously. Where else can you go that you get all 4 seasons in 1 week? So
in the middle of summer.
No, I came back because I'm originally from Massachusetts, and I was in the middle of a divorce and came back to bring my kids to be around family. So
nice.
Yeah,
nice support system.
And that's why I came back, and it's been great so far. So.
And that support system is always handy when you're running races that your kids can't go to, and you need someone to watch the kids.
It's been awesome. I've never had that problem because this community is fantastic.
So you were doing some SGX training, you mentioned. Did you go off and start training SGX, or was that kind of for your own development or growth or whatever?
Personal trainer.
Yeah.
I came back here. I was working with kids in youth fitness. I worked in fitness pretty much my whole life. So when I got involved in the OCR, there wasn't really a place to go train, or I didn't know of any. And that the SGX was new, so I thought that it would be just a
get in on the ground floor.
Yeah, like a thing to help me help other people, because I didn't really know a bunch of people that were even interested in doing it because they didn't know how to train for it. So I took it as kind of like a CEU class, which is a continuing education unit for those who aren't personal trainers. So I kind of took it for that reason, and it was an interest that I had and something that I hope to get other people interested in as well. And then I volunteered over at an outdoor place and helped set that up, and I was there for 2 years, and I left there when I started getting a little bit more involved with FIT because I wanted to be in a place where I could go visit other training facilities and not be like tied down to just one.
Yeah, not representing one brand.
Yeah, exactly. Just wanted to. I love the community feel. I wanted to keep that community feel going in my personal situation with OCR.
So I assume, because obviously being involved in FIT, it sounds like you're kind of in the south of Boston, kind of Rhode Island border area?
Yeah, so I was in Walpole. I'm in North Attleboro now.
Okay.
So I'm down in that area. I've been to, I kind of travel around, but mostly I do everything down in the South Boston. I'm over by like Gillette Stadium and stuff.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I know where you are. So recently, you sort of put together this training facility championship program. So this is pulling a bunch of OCR gyms in the area. And the reason I wanted to talk to you about it, because obviously, as we discussed before we got on the call, we've put a lot of kind of push and tried to get people out to some of these OCR gyms, just like we do with the OCR races themselves. And when I first started reaching out to people and saying, hey, who has a gym in New England? I was amazed how many gyms there are that consider themselves OCR specific gyms.
Right?
I think we're currently up to 15 on our website, something like that, and they're just New England facilities. So it blew my mind how many there were. But it looks like you've obviously focused with the guys who want to get involved in this really early. But why don't you tell us a bit about what this championship program is and who's involved?
Okay, well, I'm really excited about it. So it is the New England OCR FIT Training Facility Championship. So what it is it focuses on the training facilities that are in the New England area. We started small with a small group of people because it's brand new. So you don't want to bite off more than you can chew. We wanted to make sure people could actually travel to the different facilities. And it started when actually Tony from The Loft approached Rob with the idea of somehow getting some sort of competition going between the facilities or between some facilities in New England. And he approached Rob because Rob has a pretty big network in this area.
Yep.
So, and he works within, he's worked at Fitness Appeal with Victor, and he's worked with Jordan at Vitality, and Tony knew all that. So Rob has a lot going on with being a school teacher and having his own race. So also I'm a little prettier, so he decided you can be the face of the NE OCR FIT Training Facility Championship, so I became the face of it.
That's an important qualification when Rob's involved.
Right.
Be better looking than Rob.
He was like, so Tony has this idea. What can you do with it? How can you help it grow? Do you have let's get some guys together and see what we can do with it, see who would be interested in it. So we reached out to Victor of Fitness Appeal, Jordan of Vitality. Tony had come up with the idea, so he was already there. We reached out to Dave at Train 180 and Eric at Ultimate Obstacles. Those were kind of the guys that we knew, or one of us knew, or had some sort of communication with in the past, or had worked with. And we asked them, like, how willing are you guys to work with other training facilities? Because this only works if you're willing to promote and support all the other groups. And they were so supportive of it. They were like, of course, like, we want to see all OCR gyms being successful. We're not competing with each other. We're all in separate places. We all offer different things. So we pulled them in, and Jordan actually brought us Jen from TA Fitness. And she joined the group after we announced it. So a couple of places had reached out to us, but we did have some, like minimum qualifications for being involved. You have to have a minimum of 10 people from your facility on your team. You have to be strictly an OCR gym, or not strictly, but you have to strictly have
heavy
OCR
focus
stuff there too. We didn't want just like any gym being like, oh, well, we can make it that way, or we have some rings so we could do something. We wanted obstacles at your facility. So so we had some minimal qualifications for people to jump into for it, and all 6 of those places did, and they were all willing to work together. So that's how they became our focus group. And we actually started last night with our first workout.
Where was that at?
That was at Jordan's Place, Vitality in Fall River. So the goal is there will be 6 workouts that the facilities put on. So each facility puts on 1 workout. There will be a scoring system for it, and whoever has completed the workout the fastest, whatever that workout is, and it will stay the same for everybody competing, you earn points, and those points get put onto your team score. And then there will be an individual score. So there will be like an individual winner and then like a team winner, which the winning team is our training facility championship in New England.
Okay.
And that's how that name came about, and we put it together. So that's how you get that, accolade.
So if somebody is just hearing about this for the first time and they want to be involved, they have to be affiliated with one of the currently 6 facilities, is that correct?
So each of the facilities have different types of membership rates. They have drop-in rates, they have drop-in members and stuff. So you just become some type of member and join their team, and that's how you get on their team.
Okay.
So you might just be a drop-in member, and that's perfectly fine.
And what if you're kind of one of these people who floats from gym to gym? Just pick your nearest gym, your home gym, or the one you want to represent?
You pick the one you want to represent.
Okay.
Maybe you have a bunch of teammates that are on that gym, and you want to be on that team. Or maybe you want to kind of challenge them and be like, you know what, I'm not going on your team, I'm going on that team.
Or maybe you just think Eric is much cuter than Dave Hooper.
Right. Well, I'm not going to say who's cuter, but
both of them have been on the show before, so I can do that.
Maybe that's why they jump on. No, yeah. So, we want you to join a team, and then as a team, as an individual, you don't have to go. And a lot of people keep asking, like, can we only go one time, or is there only one scheduled workout? And that's not how it is at all. The schedule is wide open. You just have to get in, because this goes until Fit Challenge. What is he on, 9 now? Fit Challenge 9. So April 7th, I believe, is that date. It goes all the way up until then. So next year's Fit Challenge 2018. Yeah, so it goes this year-long event, this almost year-long event will go until April. So we keep calling it a year-long event because technically we started planning all this back in April. Okay. We announced it, I think it was May. We've started recruiting the team members. We had our first workout yesterday. The workout each facility will announce a workout date, like, hey, come on in, we have a drop-in time. It'll be this day. If you can't make it, no worries, because we're going to have another one next month.
I think that might be the piece that's confusing people, is when they hear that there was a workout day and they didn't get to that day, like yesterday at Vitality.
Right.
That might be the bit that people are thinking, well, I guess I'm out of luck.
Right, yeah.
But
so
the message is they can drop in
because
anytime.
you are going to have the same exact workout on another day,
Okay.
and you will get to score it just the same as everyone else did. We have a spreadsheet. We are keeping track of everybody's scores. They will be posted so you can see whose scores you need to beat. And those people do have a chance to go back and rescore if they so desire to.
So you can do, so the goal, I assume, is to hit all the participating facilities within this 1 year window?
Yes, you have to be able to get to all of the facilities. If you don't make it, your team will get penalized points for it.
Okay.
But yeah, that is the goal, because we want to bring as many racers, community members, friends of racers to go visit these training facilities and see how awesome they are, what they can learn from them. I mean, last night Jordan had a good amount of I think a lot of TA fitness members were there. Rob and I went and did the workout. It was an awesome workout. He nailed it. He knew exactly, like, somehow he read my mind. He knew exactly what type of thing we were looking for. He had his 16 obstacles set up, and everybody's workout will be different because they have different strengths. They have different obstacles there, but he had his 16 obstacles set up. There was running involved. It totally simulated a race.
That was my question, was what kind of workout is this? Is this a mock race? Is this a series of challenges that you scored on? How are they doing it?
It's a mock race, but you get timed when you start and you get timed when you finish. So you can walk into the workout at any point and start. And then we had our scoring sheets out. If you got stuck on something, Jordan was right there to be like, hey, if you want to try again, this is the technique for it. If not, there's your penalty loop right there. It was a sandbag, running with a sandbag penalty loop, so that, it does affect your time if you can't finish your obstacle.
But you're not going to get stuck at a DNF because you got stuck on something.
You can move on. I'll tell you what, I fell off of, I can't lâcher. Who knew I can't lâcher? So I had to grab my sandbag and run around. So you would think that my hips could do it, but they just cannot.
Now, if somebody missed that night, though, the message is they can just drop into Vitality and run it another time, or are they going to run another night for this later in the year? Or
so Jordan's plan is actually once a month he is going to have a drop-in for the workout, but that is not the only time that you have to do it. I think most of his are going to be on Wednesday night. So let's say Wednesday night doesn't work for you. So you send me a message, you send Jordan a message. I'm kind of the in-between person, so everyone should really just message me so that I can keep the schedule and everyone's all on the same page. And they say, hey, listen, you know what? I can never make it on a Wednesday. We'll schedule another day. We have to make sure there's a person there to score you. So either someone from a Fit Challenge representative would be there, me or Rob or Aaron, or a coach from whatever facility it is there. And we'll schedule a time that works for you to do that obstacle race.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really like you have a whole year and you have so many opportunities to get in there and try this workout. And it'll be fun. You'll meet new people. You'll meet people from other facilities. There'll be individual challenges. We'll just call up the gyms and be like, hey, you know what? Today's a burpee challenge. Let's see if you can get your teammates who's fastest in 5 minutes or whatever it might be.
Do a bunch of inter-gym kind of competitions.
Yeah, so some of the competitions that you don't even have to leave your gym for, and the other ones you do, you got to go out and check out that other facility and see what they're offering that day. So
as an individual, you have to visit all the participating gyms, do their workout once, and I assume if you want to go back, you can try and get a better time, because I assume it'll stay the same course, the same challenge each time.
That is correct. So if you say, I don't want to go back, I like my score.
Yep.
You keep it. If you say, hey, you know what, I could really work on lâchering or whatever. That pegboard really, it kicked my butt today, but I want to go back and try it again. You can go and you can visit at that facility at any time that you want to. You just pay their drop-in rate. And when you want to score, you set up your scoring date and we rescore you. So
is this a competition that kind of an individual will excel in, or is this purely for a gym? Like the group from each gym is competing.
So our goal is to make it a a group because we want to name the training facility as the Championship, but we are going to offer some individual challenges for individuals to kind of challenge themselves with as well. But this is mainly like, we want you to bond together as a team and go visit other facilities as a team, but we want everyone to be able to do it, so we will have some individual challenges as well.
Well, that's kind of the direction. That's kind of the direction I was going in, right? If you've got OCR's the kind of sport where anyone from a weekend warrior to an elite athlete can both participate. But what we've found in Race Local specifically, which is very parallel to this, is if you just have competitive pieces, then the weekend warriors, the fun runners tend to drift away. So you need to have both. And I like that you're going to make it, very much a group training so that the individual fast athletes aren't going to kind of run away with the whole thing.
Kind of run away with it. I know exactly what you're talking about. Kind of like when the elites kind of run away with it, and you're like, oh, but what about the rest of us that kind of we support your race and we're building your race for you, but the elites are running away with it. So I totally get what you're saying. And that's definitely something that we want you to go in and be like, I need to work on this, and this is the place to come to work on it. So. Yeah. Those weekend warriors, those new beginner people, this is our way to say, we want you comfortable in these places. We want you to come visit. This is giving you a reason to come in and visit. Your score counts towards your team, and your team needs as many points as we can get them. So let's get you in there and help your team out. It doesn't matter where you are on the scale of things.
So we're one whole day into this, I guess. Who's winning?
Oh, I think it's Adam Morales is winning right now. He had the fastest time last night. I believe it was around 52 minutes.
Yep.
And I believe he did not fail any obstacles either.
So a single mock race took him 52 minutes.
Right. I think it took me an hour and a half.
Oh, wow. So this isn't a quick blast through something. This is significant amount of time investment too.
Yeah, it kind of simulated a race.
Yeah. Huh.
So
okay.
It was awesome because he got to hit all of the different types of obstacles, and there was a variety. There was your easy cargo climb, and then there was a rig. I think it was a bungee cord rig.
Yeah.
So you had both. You had these things I can accomplish this. I feel good. I did this, and hey, this is challenging, and this is the place to come to work on it.
Okay. And which gym is currently leading?
Vitality is
because it was their home gym.
Right now. So I say, no wait, I think Adam's from Vitality.
Oh, okay.
I believe he's from Vitality. Yeah, I could be wrong. Adam, don't kill me if you're on a different team.
So you mentioned earlier that you had kind of a minimum base requirement for which gyms are participating. That it had to be an OCR gym or have OCR stuff for people to use. Are you looking for more gyms? Are you planning on expanding beyond this initial 6?
Yeah, definitely, because we are definitely supportive of all of the training facilities that are popped up in New England. We don't want to, be exclusive to a certain group or, anything like that. We want to involve everybody. This year we started a little bit small, see how, get the kinks out, make sure that, like you said, it's overwhelming for people. They're like, oh, it's brand new. I don't know what I have to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Did I miss this workout? How many workouts do I have to get to? So this kind of shows them, say, hey, there's only 6. You had a whole year. It was really feasible. You made it to all of them. You even won a couple of times maybe, So then other gyms that want to join in next year, the following year, we keep adding. And you're from New England and you want to join in and you meet the requirements and we'll keep adding you in.
I love it. I think it's an awesome program that gets people out to the gyms. It's something that certainly the New England Spartans should be, getting behind. It's right up our street. Now I know I've just looked on the website. It looks like it's a $25 buy-in for people.
Yes, so you get a medal and a T-shirt with that.
Okay,
that takes care of all the.
That was going to be my question: is what do the bling whores get? What do the?
Yeah, so they do. They get a T-shirt and they get a medal.
Yeah. Are you doing prizes for the best gym, or is it purely a pride and bragging rights?
At the So that also gets you, I don't know, it's on the website somewhere, but it also gets you early bird pricing for the April Fit Challenge race as well. So you automatically will get whatever the early bird pricing is no matter when you register for the race, because you do actually have to register for the race because that is where all tiebreakers will take place.
So that final race, I'm looking at the website now, it says Final Showdown. So this is purely in a tiebreaker situation, what, between gyms, between athletes?
Both. So if we have a gym tiebreaker to be broken, it will be broken there. If we have some individual tiebreakers to be broken, it will be broken at the race as well. And of course, Rob always has fantastic prizes and things to pass out to winning people, and that will also be the same case for the Training Facility Championship. They'll get some awesome handmade wooden Rob McCoy specialty, So, and they are going to be super proud to hang it in their gym or display it in their gym because, there's going to be a lot of great competition. I think that workout last night was great, and I know that the other fitness owners will put out some great workouts too.
Okay.
So, yeah, the goal is, it's like, we're going to have all these people come in, visit your gym, you're going to show them your strengths, you're going to show them why you're there. All these facilities, or most of these facilities, really support the races. And I think it's time anyways that the races turned around and gave a little bit of support to the facilities, because we want OCR to grow, we want OCR to stay around, and the community is like none other. So we want that community to stay too. So how can we support that? How can we promote it?
I think races need to support facilities. I think the athletes need to support the races and the facilities. Mm-hmm. I think everyone needs to support each other, and that's the only way this will grow. I love it. Yeah. So to kind of recap for the real basics, the bits that I've certainly on the social medias we've seen people kind of get hung up on. You can register as part of any gym's team. So pick the prettiest gym owner. You have to participate at each one, but you don't have to do it on the nights that they specify. You can do it pretty much any time at a drop-in. I think all of these facilities offer NES discount rates as a drop-in. So if you wear an NES T-shirt or something, you'll get in even cheaper. And it is for everyone. You don't have to be an elite athlete. That sums it up?
That pretty much sums it up. Drop-in. The scoring workouts are always $10. The drop-in rates, you'll get your NES discount rate. And
got it. So if you're going on a night they specify as a scoring night, that's a $10 entry. But if you're going in out of band, maybe it might be a little bit more if their drop-in is more than that. Is that right? Correct.
Okay. So I think I'm understanding what you're saying. The drop-in rate they'll get their NES discount. The scoring night is whichever night that the person chooses to go in to be scored. They just pay their regular $10 rate. Got it.
Okay, that's the better deal then. Love it. Yeah. I love it. So the website
We're so excited.
So how do people get in touch? How do people get registered?
All right, so the Eventbrite is all set up. They can do it right from the website. Anybody can contact me on Facebook. We have a nice little fun, once you become a member, you will get into our little fun Facebook members group where you guys can heckle each other, throw your own challenges out, keep up with the scoring. And if you're not friends with me on Facebook, go ahead and become my friend. And you can send me any type of questions, messages you want, because like I said earlier, I am the pretty face of NE OCR FIT Training Facility Championship.
And I will make sure that we have links to all of those in the show notes.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem. So before we end the call, do you have anything you want to make sure we get out there that we have not covered?
I think that we covered anything that anyone might have questions for, but definitely get in touch with us if you have any questions at all. You don't want to miss out on this. It's so fun. We all had a blast last night. It was pouring rain last night, too.
Was it outdoors?
Outside running in it, and it was awesome. It really was.
Just like
it was
a race.
So fun.
Just like a race in New England.
Yeah, we run races in the rain, right? So why not train that way? And there is one thing I missed. So we have the 6 facility workouts, but there is also going to be an endurance workout that you can do at your own facility, but it will go into the scoring as well. So you're actually having 7 workouts.
Okay, so what's the endurance workout?
The endurance workout is going to be the same at all the facilities. Mm-hmm. It's just a way for us to incorporate the fact that there's not just obstacles in the races.
Yep.
You have to be able to, maintain some sort of fitness level for an hour, 2 hours, however long that race is, So we'll have a small endurance challenge incorporated into it. And all the gym owners are coming together to put that together so that it's the same at each place. So I think there might be some rec bags involved.
Of course there is.
Yep, some body weight exercises. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Maybe
and
some
even
air.
If you're not even if you're not an endurance runner or a long distance runner, again, your points still count towards your team. So even the straight off the couch people can still get involved.
Right, absolutely. And, there's a whole year to get in there and to work with these gym owners and the members that are there to maybe get a little better at the obstacles or whatever. Kind of gives you a reason to get up off the couch and go. Everybody's like, I'm a weekend warrior and I show up at the races, but I don't really train or whatever. It's not as fun. I do this for the fun and the atmosphere. Well, we're kind of bringing that fun and atmosphere into the gym for you to go out there and get that training done as well.
We will link everything in the show notes, and I highly encourage you to sign up and get involved because I think this is awesome. Thanks for your time today, Jen.
Thanks so much, Paul.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
As always, guys, thanks so much for checking out the show. We'd love to hear what you think, so give us some feedback. Submit a question, share a story from one of your recent races or events. I think the show gets better and better with your participation, and it's not just Paul, Sandy, and myself talking. So to reach out, ask questions, suggest a topic, whatever it may be, follow along on Facebook. We've got a dedicated NE Spartans show page, or you can join the community at NE Spartans on Facebook as well. Twitter's your thing. Shoot us a tweet at NE Spartans. And if you want to find our full library of episodes, I'd recommend either iTunes or Stitcher. So again, for Paul, Sandy, myself, thanks so much for listening, and until next time.